This is Psalms chapter 5, verse 1. Give ears to my words, O power. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King, and my power, for unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not a power that has pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Okay? So the book of Psalms, chapter 5, it gives us the understanding that the Lord has abundant mercy. He has abundant grace upon those that call upon his name, which the only ones that can call upon his name are the Hebrew Israelites. You see, starting with the elect. But we're in a time and period now where the Lord is hearing our prayers. He's hearing our sighing and crying and our vexation of spirit. Okay? And the Lord is, he's mad. His children are calling out to him. So he's gonna do a marvelous work in these end days. Okay? He's gonna show the enemies of the nation of Israel that he only loves his children, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called. All right? Right? And the Lord is not a man. It's not a power. It's not a God that seeks, all right, to destroy the righteous. He only seeks to destroy the wicked. Right? When we go to verse 5, it says, the foolish shall not stand in my sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Right? So the Lord has called certain men and women into this truth. I'm going to start with the man. And he has given us the Holy Spirit to put off the works of darkness and to come into his marvelous light so that he can heal us spiritually. Right? Because Babylon has done a whole lot of work of damaging our people spiritually, man. Right? The 2/3 of Israel, they don't know who they are. They don't know what power they worship. Right? They're still calling themselves these bywords. They don't know who their enemies are. But we, as the children of light, we're given the understanding of what the scriptures say. You see, jumping down to verse 6, it says, "Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man." Right? And the only person that has a whole lot of blood on his hands, the only people that were created that have the blessing of the sword, is the so-called white man, biblically known as Esau Edom, which the Lord has an everlasting hatred for. So that gives us comfort knowing that the Lord is going to recompense judgment to those that have afflicted us. Okay? Because, in this land of Babylon the Great, man, the so-called white man, he looks down at the men of the Lord, at the people of the Most High. But in that day, when the Lord does bring salvation and destruction upon this wicked place, man, all our enemies are going to see with their eyes the salvation of the saints. Okay? That gives us comfort, man. You see? Jump down to verse 7. "But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship towards thy holy temple. Lead me, O power, in thy righteousness, because of my enemies, because of my enemies, make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat in an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue. Destroy thou them, O power, let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in their multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee." Yeah, man. When you go to Psalms chapter 2, it says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" And when you go to the book of Proverbs, the enemies of the power of Israel, they make a tumult against the anointed ones. You see, they seek to cut us off from being a nation, and they seek to, wipe us off and wipe away our memories of who we are and who our power is. But the Lord, with his abundant mercy, has stretched out his arm a second time, pursuant to Revelation chapter 11, and woke us up. All right, and he has brought us into this marvelous light. So the Lord does not have pleasure that his saints shall perish, but he has pleasure in those that turn back to righteousness. Scriptures say that the angels even dance and they celebrate when the sheep of Yahweh Shin Yahshai, when one of the sheep turn back to the shepherd. You see? So the Lord, his spirit is waking up the hopeful elect that were predestinated to have salvation. Okay? And that's our faith, and that's our trust, and that's our patience. Because we don't have no comfort in Babylon the Great. We don't seek comfort in this place. Right? Because this place, just is full of murder, deceit, and lies. Okay? Verse 10. Let me start at 11. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For thou, O Lord, wilt bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass them as with a shield. Yeah. When we come back under the obedience of Yahweh Shin Yahshai, the Lord puts a hedge of protection around his elect. You see? We're dealing with spirits in high places. And we can't battle these spirits alone. We need the power, and we need the defense of Yahweh Shin Yahshai. You see? The angels are all around us at all times, man. Protecting us. You see? You might be walking about your day, and there might be a situation ahead of you. You might be coming into a situation where it's deadly, and it might take your life, but the angel might put a thought in your head to walk a different path. To instead of going down that one road, you decide to turn another road. And that eventually saved your life without you even realizing it. You see, that's how the Lord protects his people, man. Through the Holy Spirit. But this is just another lesson, another Psalms of the day. Stay tuned for another one. Shalom.